Hey Joanna, Simon here from Little Big Marketing. Ellie actually asked me to take a look at your website to see if there's anything you could be doing a little bit differently to improve your ranking on Google and of course other search engines. So we do this usually because once you land on page one of Google for enough different keywords or search phrases, the revenue increase is so significant due to the simple fact that your website is found over and over again each day. And of course, you know, the more people that find it, the more people that call you looking for your services, and so it ends up being a huge client boost, huge traffic boost in your website, and then a huge client boost from them calling you. So really, really important. So there's a few things I'm going to share with you. I'm going to take a look at where your website's currently ranking on Google. I'm going to share with you some tips on the easiest way to rank your website, three tips, and I'm also going to point out what that's actually going to look like in terms of increased customer traffic. So you're not just taking it from me; you're going to see what your top two competitors are gaining, under a specific search phrase, which I'll show you, gaining in client traffic. And so to get started, the first thing I want to show you is where your website's currently ranking. So I've put your website into a tool we use called Arifs, and I've got it filtered on position. So I'll just explain a little bit about these first. So volume is how many times each keyword is searched for per month. And a keyword is any search phrase that someone enters into Google, usually with a location tag like San Diego when it's a brick and mortar business, or like a local service business. And yeah, anything that someone would enter into Google looking for your service. Now, traffic is per month as well. That's how many clicks you're gaining per month. A position is where you're currently sitting on Google. And there's 10 results per page. So this is page one here for those ones, page two. And then as we go down, you can see your sort of page three, page four, page five. So you're not really ranking currently for any good keywords because these are so specific that it's only being searched for 20 times per month. So that's where you're positioned. Now, if I change this to volume and show you just how many times something like immigration lawyer San Diego is searched for, 500 times per month. Attorney, immigration, spelt wrong, is even searched for 500 times a month. Immigration attorney San Diego, 350 times. So the idea is to get you to page one for as many of these keywords as possible. And then when I show you your competitors, the traffic they're gaining from some of these keywords, it's really gonna be eye-opening, I imagine. So that's where you're currently located. Now, the tips I wanted to share with you were there's three main things that Google's looking at to rank a website are content on your homepage and your service pages, number one. Number two is backlinks, and number three is citations. And I'll explain each as I go. Um, so with content, what I'm referring to is words and images. Google likes to see at least 1,500 to 2,000 words on a home page. So just having a look here, yeah, not quite there at the moment. Google stores all of that information, uses it to establish exactly what you're offering and where, and ensures you have enough information there for potential customers. And it also allows you to get more of those keywords or search phrases into that content, that extra wording, to take the guesswork out of it for Google. So if you want to, if you want to rank for immigration law San Diego, you need to have that written into your page somewhere a few times so that it knows exactly. You don't Google doesn't have to guess that you're an immigration attorney. So it's kind of important to have that in there for it. Now, what I've done is I've put in immigration law firm San Diego just as to find your top competitors here. And as I scroll down, I chose law defense here, and I chose immigration law clinic. And you can see here this is just a review website here. So I've looked at content on your site, so I'm going to have a look at content on theirs. Now, this is immigration law clinic. Got some nice team photos. This guy is on there quite a bit, but very little content. So if you were to go and get that extra content, you're already going to be beating them for step one. Now these guys, when you look, a little bit of wording there, still very little. Yeah, not much at all either. Sometimes these view profiles, if they stick on the same page, can be counted, but there's not enough there to be 1,500 and 2,000 words by any stretch of the imagination. So there you go. You've got your top two competitors beaten already with content just by adding that extra content to your website. Now, the second thing I wanted to show you was backlinks. Now, backlinks are anywhere one website refers to another via a clickable link, and they transfer authority from one website to the other. And Google uses that authority as like looks at it as like trust, and the more trust your website has to Google, the more likely Google's going to rank it. It's going to rank you for more keywords, and it's going to bring up this organic traffic. Organic traffic is clicks per month to your entire website, and it's unpaid or unadvertised. So from the organic section in Google, which was where I chose your top two competitors from. So that's backlinks. Backlinks are really, really, really important, and they're not all created equal. This is absolutely crucial. Backlinks need to come from other relevant websites, something to do with law attorneys, immigration, San Diego, something relevant to your website. And they also need to come from other highly rated websites. So you've got 2,300 roughly backlinks coming from only 38 domains. What we really need to see is some of these backlinks need to come off because there's too many coming from too fewer referring domains or referring websites. We need to get this up to 100 to 200 referring domains. Then you could have around that 2,000 mark. And what you're going to see is these little things here. This is domain rating and URL rating. What you're going to see is they are going to start, increasing. The little circles are going to grow in orange and green, and then you're going to start seeing this organic traffic grow because you're going to be pushed onto page one once these start getting a little higher. So that's really important. Is the backlinks have to be quality backlinks. At the moment, these are not quality backlinks. Now, if I come across to these guys, we're looking here. So what I want to point out here is that their URL, meaning this specific URL, is a little bit more trusted, and their domain rating is actually less. So you can see they've got a similar thing going on. Too many backlinks to too few domains, and it's hurting them too. However, they're gaining a little bit more traffic. And I'm going to go through that a little bit more in a second. And then these guys, yeah, a fair bit more URL rating. I think that's about 18 on. No, about 15 on top of you. So, and then a little bit more domain rating as well. So you can just see how these better, they've got less backlinks and yet they're higher rating, and that's because they haven't got some of those spam links that you might have. So it's just it's something that we need to go through and work out which ones to keep and which ones to get rid of. Now the third, so that's backlinks, number two. Now number three is citations, and citations are basically anywhere your business name, number, and address is listed in any directories like Yelp, Yellow Pages, Home Advisor, Angie's List, any of those directories. But it's got to be seen exactly as your Google My Business is written. So I'm not sure where your Google My Business is. I haven't been able to find it here. If I scroll through here and have a look, you're not even on page one here. So the idea of getting those citations is not just to get you onto page one, but you need to get into this top three here because no one ever clicks on view all. And by getting into this top three, you're going to get about 30% more clicks on your website than if you were in just the organic results section down here alone. And then these top three spots of the organic results section are important too. So this is about an extra 30%. This is about an extra 15 to 20%. And spot three is about an extra 9%. So it's kind of, people like those to choose those top spots. So that is important. And you just got to have more citations than these guys. And we have ways of finding out exactly how many they've got and where from, and we can go after those. And also you've got to have a competitive amount of reviews, of course. And your Google My Business has to be filled out fully and correctly, which a lot of people make mistakes with. So they're the three tips: content, backlinks, and citations. And that's going to pick up your traffic. Now, if we come along to these guys and show you just what that looks like, these guys are only on number two. They're not in the map pack, and they're getting nearly 300 clicks a month on top of, your sort of 5 clicks per month. You can see the difference there, huge difference. I mean, if you're only landing like 10% of those people, let's say only 200 people came through to your website and called, or 150 even, that's still a 10% closing rate. You're looking at still an extra 10, 15, maybe even 20 clients per month. Then add the Google Map Pack onto that and get into the top spot of the organic search results. And you can see here where these guys are, nearly 500 more clicks a month. And so you once again, that's 20, 30 extra clients per month, if you can close. So it's a numbers game. It really is. Now, if we look at all these volumes up here, they're on page 1 for, all of those specific keywords like I mentioned. So we're filtering on, let's filter on position here. And we can see all of those good quality, location tagged keywords that we would look at getting for you as well. Now, so that's basically all I wanted to show you there was the type of traffic that you could expect and how to go about doing that. I did want to point out too that Ellie mentioned that you were looking at, possibly some sort of agency selling businesses for E2 visas. That is an absolutely fantastic idea. If you were to get both of those websites onto page one, both of this website and that website on page one, and built correctly so one was a gateway to the other, I can only imagine the sort of the growth that you could expect from something like that would be significant. I'm going to do a little bit of keyword research for you on that other business, and I'll send that through with this email. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you found this sort of valuable, and if you wanted to ask any questions, please feel free to reach out via the email. Thanks a lot, Joanna. Have a great day. Bye-bye.